Video number 3 of our SteelSeries Extravaganza 2.0 coming here. This extravaganza, we're talking about all the new Nova headsets and the arena speakers. And today we're going to be talking about the SteelSeries Arctis Nova 3s. I believe the direct upgrade from the SteelSeries Arctis 5s. So we have a lot to talk about here with the Nova 3s, and we are going to cover it all from that comfort, that build, that sound, and are they worth the asking price? And you all know exactly where we need to kick this video off. That's right, with a word from our sponsor, Anker, in their new Space collection. So taking a look at the Anker Space A40 earbuds and Space Q45 headphones, you can see they are packing a lot. High-res audio with their double-layered diaphragm drivers on both here. Adaptive noise cancellation, where you reduce up to 98% of that audio and 50 hours of playtime. Now taking a look at both of the products here. First, the earbuds, a nice compact case. It's got a rubber texture, so it doesn't slide around on you, and it feels very premium. As you see, USB-C pairing button, bam, plop them open here. There we go. There are our earbuds. They stick in there magnetized, and as you see, they have that compact build. And the nice thing about these is when you set them in your ears, even without them on, noise cancellation or anything, they really just sit in there perfectly. They're not falling out, but they're already blocking out that sound. So super comfortable, blocking out sound, and again, they're not budging. Now looking at the Q45 headphones, they come with this nice hard case, and as you see, you can fold them up for travel, you have USB-C charging, and yes, you can also run these via 3.5. And just look at the build. I mean, these things are snazzy, right? You got that adjustment right up here on the headband, metal reinforced headband, just looking very, very sleek. And with this headphone, again, you have that noise cancellation. You can run it 3.5. You can run it Bluetooth and control your calls and everything right on this. And right along with the earbuds, right when you put these guys on, number one, stinking cozy, hands down, but they're already blocking out the sound. And when you fire up the active noise cancellation, the adaptive noise cancellation on these guys, wow, it is some of the best I have experienced. So make sure to go check out the new Anker Space collection, and the link's in the description right down below. So as far as in your box of the Nova 3s, of course you can get your headset, and I believe it's only coming in this black version right now. No word on a white one yet, I believe. And then of course you can get a plethora of wires, a USB-C extender, your USB-C cable, and then a 3.5 cable. So just looking at this mess of wires here, yes, you can use this headset on every single platform. USB on all platforms besides Xbox, and you go over to Xbox 3.5, and of course you can run 3.5 on any platform there, but you need the USB cable to get your RGB and then your functions within it, which we'll talk about in this video. But of course, kicking it off with comfort here, as you see, the great ear pads that we like. Now, a lot of people have been wondering, hey, are these deeper than the old Arctis ear pads? I wouldn't say they're deeper. You know what? Here, let me get the measure right here, a little ruler. You can see for yourself right there, the width right here, going end to end, and then the depth. So I wouldn't say they're deeper, but they are a little firmer. Now take that easy, okay? They're not firm by any means. You're still incredibly plush, as you see, but they bounce up a little bit quicker, so your ears aren't necessarily sinking in like they used to in touching the drivers. Very, very comfortable. Again, easily replaceable. As you see, you got the little lip right there to get them back in. You tuck the ear pad in there and then swing it around. So if you want to get you some wicked cushions, bam, they will fit on here as well. Going up to the headband, as you see, we're going back to the cloth headband up here, not like we had on the 7X we just covered. You got the silky like on the Pros, back to the cloth, but you still have that adjustable 2 notches right there, and your headband up here is completely plastic. You don't have that metal like on the 7X. Adjustment in and out, nice and firm, as you can see here. Total swivel. Absolutely love it. Ear cups in and out right there. And as far as the weight of the Nova 3s, we are going to get 250 grams, of course, with no cables attached. So as you're seeing here, yes, the Nova 3s are completely plastic. That goes right along with the lightweight. And you all hear me say it over and over. I'll take a lightweight plastic headset over a heavy duty metal one all day long. It's just gonna be more comfortable for those long sessions. And you get that right here, guys. This is incredibly lightweight. One thing you might have missed looking over this headset as far as the build is they went to traditional forks. Unlike they have on the 7s or the Pros, where they just got that one arm swinging over, you actually have the 2 coming over here, and it goes into the headset. And this plastic is durable. It doesn't feel chintzy. It feels very premium. I also like how you don't have any screws sticking out here. It's all with inside the ear cup. So if you're constantly setting it down or whatever, you're still good, because again, all that pressure is getting dispersed properly all around it. One other neat thing I really want to show you here, right? Now look closely. Let me pop off the headband. So again, as far as the fork, you see it going around here. Now you're going plastic into plastic into plastic again here. But look at this in here. So if you're noticing the bracket, it's not one full headband going all the way around. You see you got the 4 screws. So you got that bracket in here up to this little rubber bit on the top, and then the plastic out there. So if you're following me, the thing I love about that, again, it's not one little screw going into the headband. You got that whole piece of plastic there held on by 4 screws, which is really gonna prevent any of that stress going right into that place. It's not going from one piece around giving you that tension. You actually have that extra support right there. I like it, and I don't get worried about the build here. Features and functions on the Nova 3. Back left ear cup, you have your mic mute, and when you're plugged in by USB, you do get a tone right there. When you're going 3.5, you do not get that tone. You have your volume wheel, bottoms out at the highest, bottoms out at the lowest right there. No tactile steps and no click in the middle or anything. You have your USB-C port, your retractable microphone, and yes, you do have that mute indicator on the front of this, which we will test here shortly. On the back right ear cup, the only button you have is this little switch right here, which you can turn off and on the RGB right by a flick of the button. Absolutely love it. And one little interesting take right here, as far as this, now they're not removable like the Pros or the 7X we just covered, but this little bit is actually rubber. Really interesting. The thing I like about it is not a fingerprint magnet like the old ones were. It just feels good, but again, it's not going to look all grimy over time. By the way, I'm not sure if any of you wanted to see the RGB on the headphones. As you can see, the color shifting. It's just that ring right over there like we saw in the Arctis 5. It's very nice, and I love that button on the side right there where you can just click it, bam, and it's off. Click it down here, and it's right back on. I love it. It's just subtle, and it's there. Not bad. So how about the microphone on the Nova 3s? It's exactly what you're hearing, and like we found out in the 7X, one thing I've noticed, if you pull the SteelSeries microphone out a little bit rather than right in front of you where it starts getting staticky, I gotta talk lower because it gets pretty loud, but anyways, if I pull it out here a little bit, it definitely starts sounding a little bit better. Still tinny, still a little airy, kind of what we experienced with SteelSeries. Yes, you can dive into Sonar software, but I'm not gonna get into that rant right here. This is plug and play. This is what you're hearing. Now, interesting thing, on all these SteelSeries headsets, I haven't covered this before, but you can actually retract the whole microphone and still hear it right here. So make sure you hit your mute button, and then you will know you're actually muted. And like I said, you do get that. You get a tone in the headset, same tone whenever you go muted and active, but you also get that indicator up there. But what I want to do right now, again, you've been hearing the microphone plugged in via USB. We're going to go into 3.5 mic test 2 and see how that sounds. And now you're hearing the microphone plugged in via 3.5, and I'm going to tone it down a little bit right here. I see my graph is picking up a lot more than when it was plugged in via USB. And again, this is straight 3.5. Your mic mute button on the back over here, let me find it. As you see, the mute button still works when you're plugged in 3.5, but you don't get the tone and you don't get that notification up there. I left the volume the exact same when I was plugged in USB. I'm just talking lower right now because I can see in my graph that it is picking up a whole lot more. But anyways, there we go. We got the mic test comparison via USB and 3.5. Now let's go ahead and talk about sound, and we are going to talk about it used via USB and 3.5. And this headset is packing a frequency range of 20 to 22,000, just as we've seen like with the 7Xs before. And just kind of spoiler, if you watch the 7X review, you still have that excitement right here. It's like 7X excitement. Here is Nova 3 excitement. So not far off. It's really not far off, you know. The cool thing again here is the versatility where you can use it. Now, plugging in via USB, again, you get to take advantage of either Sonar or you can take advantage of the engine, which I dabble with the engine right there and kind of pull out my own EQ, which is really nice. Unfortunately, it doesn't save to the headset. Neither does your RGB or your mic settings. That's a stinker right there, you know. But again, the core sound, even talking about me playing over on PlayStation, it was so nice. It was crisp. It was full. Me playing Uncharted with that environment. It was just everything I wanted. It really was. Again, the excitement was brought down a touch compared to the 7Xs we just saw, but you still got that fullness and that smack in the face every now and then when you really wanted it, you know? And the really interesting thing here, the cool thing was when I went to 3.5 and slapped it in, playing the exact same game on PS5, I still got pretty close to the same sound. Of course, going USB, you're getting a little power juiced into it, you know what I mean? But it's not far off running 3.5. talking about me playing Switch. It still sounded amazing. Again, it's almost like you really just lost the features. A lot of headsets, when you go USB compared to 3.5, it's a drastic difference. Not too much here. You still got that really cool sound. And I think that's what SteelSeries is doing with the new driver tuning. Again, not focusing too much on the highs, kind of make it a nice, round, comfortable, manageable sound that I think all of us can really get down with, you know what I mean? Of course, like I stated, I do pull out my own EQ because I like a little bit more spiciness in there, and I'll throw that up for you guys. But again, if you're looking at this, let's put it this way. Some of you might be playing competitive games. Would I recommend it? Me playing a lot of Halo. And when I play Halo, that's probably the one game I take seriously, you know. I could still get those grenades bouncing up the side, hear that person stomping around the corner, so it did it. Me playing that story game, as far as Uncharted, getting the environment, the dialogue and all that stuff, the shuffling of the clothes or the weather, I got it. Playing a racing game, going over to the Hot Wheels DLC on Forza on the Xbox, going straight 3.5. It was perfect. The engine wasn't too screechy, or the wheels weren't squealing and stuff like that. You got everything. The crowd, you play those racing games with the crowd just like, God, let me get past this finish line or this lap so I can get out of the crowd. You didn't get that annoying sound right here. Again, it's a very manageable sound. An easy way to put it, if you're using a 7X or something like that, the Novas that we just covered, again, they're right here. These guys are right here. And again, packing a serious punch. So after looking over the headset, don't leave me. Let's have a little chat here, right? Because I think this headset sits in an interesting spot. It's coming in at $100, okay? So it's right at that mid tier. Is it that replacement for the Arctis 5s, or should you upgrade if you had these and you still like that wired flexibility right there? You don't want to go wireless. Yes. Easy as that, yes. Now I do love that little dial we had with the Arctis 5s here. I do like that, but whatever, how often do we really use it, you know? The comfort's definitely better on the new one, for sure. I like the flexibility right there. Ear pads, again, hold up a little bit more. But yes, clear as day, I call this a complete win of an upgrade over the Arctis 5. But what's throwing me off here a little bit is, let's go on and take a look at the Black Shark V2X. This is the one where you can run 3.5 or USB. Pretty much the exact same as we have right here. You get software, yada yada. The only difference is you don't have RGB. And if I'm thinking correctly, these guys are $20 cheaper than these. That's MSRP. I'm not talking about on sale, which whatever, you know. So that's where you got to sit down. And as far as sound to sound, these guys have more bass. Let me put it that way, right? These are, again, a nice quality sound I think a lot of us can get down with. But would I recommend one over the other? I would say, hey, it's up to you as far as sound. You might not like the exact same thing I like, right? Which is totally fine. I don't expect it. I'm just here talking about it with you guys. The craziest thing, and the thing I don't like, is paying for RGB. I know a lot of people like it, you know, but I'd rather save $20, put it towards a mouse or a keyboard, and forget the RGB. Yeah, it looks cool when it's hanging up by your desk. It really does, okay? I like it. I understand it's fluffy, but I do like it. Me personally, I do think it's a great headset. If you get it, I really believe you're gonna be happy with it. My personal opinion, I'd go mow a few extra lawns, save up $80, and go with those 7X we covered yesterday. Woo, woo, woo. I stinking love them. But anyway, stay tuned, guys. Next video coming up is going to be the Arctis Nova 1s. Their budget line, they're straight 3.5. How are those going to stack up to what we've been covering so far? Super excited for this one, guys. But all in all, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this one. Hope you're enjoying the Extravaganza 2.0. If you are, make sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and I hope to catch you next video. Bye now.